Hey guys, Brett and Megan here.
Hey everyone.
In this video we're going to talk to you about productivity, the way that we've come to understand it. And we're going to show you how you can potentially increase your productivity up to 400%. What we also want to talk about is that relationship between productivity and perfection. You see, once upon a time we used to think that doing your absolute best at something was the best way to go. And of course sometimes it is. For example, if we're doing something like driving across a bridge, well, we hope that the engineer was the biggest pessimistic perfectionist in the world, right? But other times it affects your productivity. And what we're going to show you is something we came to realise when we come across an Italian guy by the name of Vilfredo Pareto, or Pareto as some people pronounce it. Now in 1906, he discovered what is now known as the Pareto principle.
So if you haven't heard of the Pareto principle, it can otherwise be known as the 80-20 rule. And a lot of people know it as that. And a couple of examples of the 80-20 rule, I mean, if you haven't heard of that, it's a principle that applies to most things in life. So I can give you a couple of examples. So this one probably the ladies will relate to, that we wear 20% of the clothes in our cupboard 80% of the time, and the other 80% sit there. So, that's just one example. Another example would be, you might hang out with 20% of your friends 80% of your time. And, you probably eat your favourite foods 20% of the time, and the other 80% not. And as if you're talking about business, 20% of your customers are the ones that bring in 80% of your product. And, if you work in an office, that hopefully you're one of the 20% that do 80% of the work. I mean, that I've heard lots. And as far as products go, well, you probably sell 20% of the products that you have on offer 80% of the time, and they bring you 80% of your profit. So that's just some examples of the 80-20 rule. You could probably sit there now and think of heaps more.
So you guys might be thinking right now though, yeah, enough with all the 80s and the 20s, what about this 400 you're talking about? And we're getting to that, So we're going to show you just how we apply that. So let's have a look at the relationship between effort and of course results. So it's fair to say that if you put in 100% effort into something, then that gives you, of course, 100% of the result that you get. But what we can do is actually break that down, and I'll show you what I mean. 20% of the effort you begin with gives you 80% of your result, and it takes the other 80% of your effort to get only the other 20% of your result. So what we can do is, by just applying your effort a little bit differently, we can end up with some different results. So say for example you have a business and it's, I don't know, say washing cars, okay? You can put 100% of your effort into washing a car and get 100% of the result of washing that car. Or what you could do is simply apply 20% effort and get a 80% result. And then your next 20% of your effort you could apply to, say, the second car, which gives you another 80% result. And you can continue doing that until you've actually put in the entire 100%. So that'd be 5 times, gives you 100% of your effort. But what that then gives you is 5 lots of 80% results, which is 400% result. So when you look at that way of applying your effort, you can also apply that to many other things. If you're preparing your house because you've got guests coming over for dinner, well, you could apply that principle as well. And it's just a way of looking at, how productive you're being. You might have errands and admin or something to do in your day. You can sort of keep that in the back of your head and apply it and get a much better result in anything you're doing. But there's actually a second part to that. We understand how to apply our effort, but the other thing you have to do, obviously, is then prioritise. So you need to prioritise your 20%, starting with obviously the most important, going on to the least important. So I guess in business, well, we'll probably want to apply our first effort into the activities that money generating activities.
So things that are going to bring you the best results are definitely the things you want to apply the effort to first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Just a different way of looking at your effort to get a different result. I hope this is something that's helped you guys out, and it's certainly helped us out. And it's something that we definitely try and keep in mind all the time to be more productive and get better results.
And one last thing to finish on is, over here, I know you're only getting, it seems, 80% of the result. But one thing you want to realise is that the other 20% over here of that result, you're only going to notice that. These people aren't. They're not going to notice that 20% that you haven't that you haven't got over there.
Yep.
So that's where we're saying about being a perfectionist. You're actually taking longer to do everything. You're putting way more effort in, and your results are the same. They're going to be the same. To people looking on, to you, you're the only one that will notice.
The only one who notices.
But
yep.
to the people looking on, or to the people that you're getting that result for, they're not going to know. Only you're going to know. So, yeah.
Awesome. Thanks for adding that in. So, guys, that's about all from us for now, and we'll chat to you again soon.
Good night.